Meghan rages as Netflix torches her flopped show in chaos. All right, buckle up, my lovelies, because Meghan Markle's just thrown a tantrum so loud it's rattling Netflix's windows, and I'm here to cackle through the wreckage. Her with love disasters tanked harder than a lead balloon, and Mike Zeroh's got the scoop. Netflix has yanked season 2 faster than you can say ratings flop. I mean, who saw this coming? Oh, right, everyone except Meghan and half the Netflix board. We're diving into the chaos, execs who ignored the warning signs, a cancellation that's got her screaming misogyny, and a subscriber exodus that's got me wondering if I should start a petition to replace her with my grand's fruitcake recipe. Welcome back to the Royal Riffraff. This one's a riot, so grab your popcorn and let's watch Meghan's Hollywood dreams go poof. Right, I've been stewing over this Netflix debacle with Meghan's with Love show for days now, and I'm still absolutely floored. Their leadership, including that poor bugger CEO Greg Peters, knew this was a flaming catastrophe ready to blow up in their faces from the very start. Picture this. Months ago, Peters is pacing the boardroom like a man possessed, sweat dripping, arms flailing, practically howling that this rubbish wouldn't grab a single viewer. And what did they do? They brushed him off faster than my grand shushing the smoke alarm when her scones turned to ash, chucking 100 million quid at two talentless twits, Harry, who's nearly 40 and never done a day's honest graft, and Meghan, who fancies herself a star just for nabbing a prince. I'm sat here with my jaw on the floor. This isn't a show, it's a bloody disaster of epic proportions. Let's get into the gory details. 12% on Rotten Tomatoes, a measly 31% from critics. That's not a rating, that's a cry for mercy. I can't get my head round it. These Netflix bigwigs saw every warning sign flashing like a neon abort sign, and they still thought, oh, Meghan's royal shine will pull us through. Pull them through. It's dragged them down faster than the Titanic hitting an iceberg. They splashed millions on a pair of clowns who couldn't whip up a decent telly show if their tiaras were on the line. Harry's never lifted a finger, and Meghan's only skill is hogging the spotlight. I'm howling at the madness. Did they honestly think slapping a crown on this flop would turn it into gold? Now, why'd they even bother? Oh, I've got the tea. They were vultures circling for royal scraps, banking on Meghan spilling some juicy gossip to rake in the views. Fat bloody chance. They ended up with a snooze fest so dull I'd rather watch paint dry. And trust me, that'd pull better numbers. Peters must have been ripping his hair out, watching them toss cash at a concept so rotten no editing suite in the world could save it. I'm shaking my head. 100 million quid down the drain, and for what? A laughingstock that tanked before the credits rolled. They're so out of touch it's beyond a joke. These execs deserve every bit of this shambles. I mean, who greenlights a disaster they know is coming? Tone-deaf Muppets, that's who. They reckoned Meghan's name alone would carry it. Ha, what a colossal cock-up. I'd sack the lot of them for this, wasting a fortune on a pair of duds when the writing was plastered on the wall. Netflix, you've turned yourselves into a punchline, and I'm here cackling through every glorious second of the fallout. What an utter farce. Listen, I've been obsessed with this Netflix train wreck over Meghan's with Love flop, and thank the stars. They've finally yanked season 2 off the table quicker than I'd snatch the last crumpet at tea time. I'm buzzing with joy at this glorious downfall. The backlash from us lot has hit like a thunderclap. People from every corner of the globe are tearing this rubbish to shreds, flooding X with gems like bin this trash now. And Netflix, you've gone bonkers. As of today, March 5, 2022. Now, let me spill why this mess got the boot. Nobody wanted a whiff of this dreck from the moment it crawled onto our screens, and the proofs piled high as a mountain. Ratings are rotting in the gutter. X posts this week are howling duller than ditchwater, and a snooze-fest cure for sleepless nights, with #Meghan flop blazing hotter than a bonfire. Why'd they ditch it? Because the hate's been louder than a foghorn. Folks like me wouldn't go near it with a broomstick. And even the hate watchers, bless their curious little hearts, gave up after 10 minutes, tweeting stunners like "Save me from this bore." Then there's the Pamela Anderson fiasco. Oh, I've got the hottest scoop. Meghan's been nabbed pinching chunks from Pam's Cooking with Love, and X is erupting with fans roaring copycat Meghan's at it again, as Pam's show rockets to the heavens while Meghan's plumb. Over at Netflix HQ, it's a right old dust-up. Some daft sods greenlit season 2 ages back, clinging to the delusion that Meghan's fading royal glitter could weave a miracle out of this muck. A miracle. It's dragged them into a pit deeper than a coal mine on a moonless night. The creative team spitting feathers. X leaks from insiders this week mutter she's killing us. We're furious. While subscribers are scarpering faster than I run from a wasp, posting I'm done. Netflix is toast. The board's a war zone. Half are yelling cut her loose, while the other half cling to her like she's their last penny, even as cash bleeds out like a stuck pig. Did they honestly think this'd make a dime? They're losing viewers by the cartload. X is alive with boycott Netflix. And I'm rubbing my hands with glee at the glorious havoc. They should have torched this rot the second it stank up the place. Honestly, I'm over the moon they've finally scrapped it. This was a PR and money pit screaming for the chop since day one. X Chatter Today's got fans crowing good riddance. Season 1 should have gone too, and I'm nodding so hard my head might fall off. Why'd it take this long? They were banking on Meghan's name to haul this corpse across the line. What a monumental blunder. That trailer alone was a billboard shouting flop ahead, but they kept flogging this dead nag till it reeked to the skies. They've earned every lash of this reckoning. X posts are savage like Netflix, your Meghan's charity case. They've been ramming this drivel down our throats for too long, and now it's blown up in their faces like a fireworks finale gone wrong. I'm savoring every delicious drop. Now, I've been chewing over this Meghan Markle meltdown with her with love flop, and guess what? She's not taking this Netflix cancellation lying down, oh no. Instead of owning up to the steaming pile of rubbish she's served us, she's gone full banshee, pointing fingers at CEO Greg Peters like he's the devil incarnate. I'm picturing her stomping around Montecito, shrieking misogyny and discrimination at the top of her lungs. X posts today, March 5, 2020. Let's peel back this nonsense. She's claiming Greg Peters axed her show because he hates women, not because it's a disaster that'd make a corpse yawn. Ratings are in the gutter. X is ablaze with worst show ever, and Meghan's a fraud. But no, she's spinning it like it's some grand conspiracy. Does she think we're daft? She's been trotting out this victim act forever. Latest X rants call her the queen of excuses. And I'm rolling my eyes so hard they might stick. This isn't about misogyny. It's about a show so bad it's a crime against telly. I reckon she'd call the sun racist if it didn't shine on her. It's always someone else's fault, never hers. Here's the kicker. She's got form for this, dodging blame like it's a sport. When the reviews tore her apart, fake as a plastic tiara, one ex-user blasted, she didn't flinch, just doubled down with her sob story. Why can't she face it? Because she's a narcissist who thinks she's untouchable. X's trending #Meghan lies with posts like she blames Netflix for her own flop. And I'm nodding along. She's screaming discrimination while the world screams you're rubbish. I'm cackling at the irony. Greg's just doing his job and she's turning it into a soap opera. I'm gobsmacked she's still at it. This tantrum's a masterclass in denial. She's acting like the show's collapse is a personal attack, not a public service. Ex-fans are crowing she's delusional, and I'm here for it. Does she hear us? Not a chance. She's too busy playing the martyr to notice the pitchforks. I'd bet my last shilling she'll call it racism next. It's her go-to when the jig's up. She's a one-woman blame machine, and I'm savoring every glorious second of her digging this hole. What a bloody farce. All right, I've been keeping tabs on this Netflix mess with Meghan's with Love flop, and it's a right old bloodbath. They're bleeding subscribers faster than I spill tea when the gossip's hot. The price hikes were bad enough, but now this disaster's got folks running for the hills. X posts today, March 5, 2025, are screaming drop Netflix over Meghan and not paying for this rubbish. I'm sat here with my cuppa, grinning like a Cheshire cat. This show's not just tanked itself. Let me paint the picture. Subscribers are vanishing in droves, and it's no wonder. The cost's gone through the roof. Ex-users are fuming £25 a month for this tripe. And then they've got Meghan's flop stinking up the joint. Why stick around? I wouldn't. I'd rather watch my gran knit than fork over cash for this. Posts are popping off like fireworks, with #boycott Netflix trending and fans raging lost me at Meghan. It's a proper exodus, and I'm cackling. Her show's the straw that broke the camel's back, turning loyal viewers into ex-viewers faster than you can say ratings disaster. Inside Netflix, it's a tug-of-war over Meghan's fate. Some bored fools still think she's worth a punt, dreaming up new projects like she's some golden goose. Golden goose. More like a lead anchor pulling them under. Ex-insiders are whispering half the board's blind, she's poison, while the other half's yelling cut her loose. And I'm nodding so hard my neck hurts. They're hemorrhaging cash. Latest buzz says they've lost millions on her flops, and subscribers too, with posts like "Cancelled Netflix today. Blame Meghan. I reckon her 2025 contract's toast. She's a liability they can't afford." I'm loving this chaos. It's a reckoning Netflix deserves. They've been shoving Meghan down our throats, and now they're choking on the fallout. X is alive with Netflix. You're done. And I'm here for every savage word. Why'd they keep her? God knows. Maybe blackmail picks or sheer stupidity. She's box office poison, and I'd bet my last quid they'll ditch her soon. Nobody's signing up for more of this drivel. They're a sinking ship, and I'm sipping tea, watching Meghan's Hollywood dreams drown. What a delicious, poetic mess. Ha ha, DistroChem. May NH letter 1EA1 YTH letter 1EADT, May Dung. Tau L letter 1EB7 PM letter 1EA5 Y Chi M letter 1EDF D-stroke letter 1EA7 UKI letter 1EC3U Alright V letter 1EDBI I've been. NHI letter 1EC1U Qua Engi C letter 1EE9 Nhu Dia H letter 1ECFNG THI letter 1EBF T letter NHI letter 1EC7 MV letter 1EE5 2 LU letter 1EAD, ND stroke I letter 1EC3 M5. The show's failure highlights Meghan Markle's struggle to connect with audiences. 76 bin LU letter 1EADN. Picture this. I'm sat here with my tea, marveling at how Meghan Markle's with Love flop has stripped her bare, showing the world she can't charm a soul, and I'm positively buzzing with delight at her spectacular tumble. This show's a monumental crash. X posts today, March 5, 2025, are merciless, with fans roaring Meghan's a snooze and nobody gives a toss. And I'm nodding along like my head's on springs. She's strutting about like some kitchen queen, but it's all. Here's the juicy bit. Why she's Bella flopped so hard boils down to this show being a self-obsessed bore fest with not a flicker of real magic. X is erupting with phony as a plastic crown, and she's no Pamela. Her acting's wooden as a plank, the directing's a train wreck, and it's so scripted I'd rather watch my gran's knitting patterns unfold. Does she reckon we're daft? She's posing as some culinary genius, but fans are tweeting can't even boil water. It's a sham so obvious I'm howling with laughter. The world despises her. Meghan flops blazing with rants like she's a bully, not a bloody star. And I'm reveling in it. She's got no flair, no warmth, just an ego bloated enough to sink a ship. Zoom out a bit. She's not just failing here, she's a full-on repellent, and everyone's caught on. She's smug, condescending, and about as relatable as a diamond-encrusted teapot. X posts are vicious, with she's a nobody, and piss off, Meghan lighting up my screen like fireworks. Why is she blind to it? Because she's lost in her own delusions. Thinks she's a siren when she's well past her prime. I'm stunned. X is raging she mocked our queen, will never forgive. And I reckon her karma's a storm cloud she can't dodge. She's a washed-up nobody clinging to Harry's royal scraps, and I'm here, lapping up the glorious unraveling like it's the best brew I've ever tasted. Truth is, I can't get over how badly she's misjudged us. This flop's the final nail in her Tinseltown tomb. She's a disaster tourist, lurching from one fiasco to the next. Ex-fans are crowing she's finished. Pack it in. And I'm cheering louder than a footy crowd on match day. Can she hear the jeers? Not a bloody chance. She's too busy preening to spot the pitchforks. Her 2025 contract's dead in the water. Nobody's clamoring for her hobbies or her fibs, and I'm sipping tea, watching her fade into the shadows like a ghost story gone stale. What a grand, poetic plunge into the abyss. Well, my lovelies, I've dragged you through the glorious muck of Meghan Markle's with love catastrophe, and what a wild ride it's been. Netflix knew this flop was coming, ignored their own CEO Greg Peters' cries, and let it crash harder than a chandelier in a storm. They finally axed Season 2, praise the heavens. As the public's roared no more on X today, March 5, 2025, with #MeghanFlop trending like wildfire. She's thrown a tantrum, screeching massage. Does she get it yet? Not a bloody chance. This whole saga's a Shakespearean tragedy. Netflix gambled on a dud, and now they're drowning in their own folly. I'm over the moon. Ex-fans are crowing she's finished. And I reckon her 2025 contract's as good as dust. What a poetic reckoning. She's flailed, she's fallen, and I'm here for every delicious drop of the chaos. Why'd they ever back her? God knows. Royal glitter blinded them, but it's tarnished now. So, thanks for joining me on Royal Riff Raff. Smash that like if you're cheering her flop, and let's brew more tea next time. Cheerio, my dears. What a bloody brilliant farce.